Hello, this is Caelan Huntress, and today I'm going to do a homepage review of michaelneely.com. I'll be describing 4 things that I like and 4 things that I would improve about this homepage. The first thing that I like about this homepage is it's got a really compressed header. Everything you need is way above the fold. A lot of times in modern homepage design, the hero shot and it all just takes up the entire section above the fold. But what Michael's done here is he's gotten everything he needs in the top third of the page, which gives you room to see the blog feed. You get to see some of the things in the sidebar, and you don't see that much nowadays, especially with still having a good hero shot where we can see Michael. We get logos, we get the nav bar. I mean, it's really compressed, and I like it. I think it serves this design really well. The second thing that I like is this simple nav bar. There's not a whole bunch of different options for me to choose from. It's not like there's 10 different drop downs with all of his books and programs and everything. He's got all that down here, and what he wants you to do here is scroll. Because by scrolling, you're going to see the volume of episodes that he's done and the volume of things that he has. And so if he provided too many options up here, it might prevent me from scrolling. So that's the second thing I like, is the tight navigation bar. The third thing that I really like here is that the guests are shown off really well. Sometimes when people do podcasts and they set up featured images, they quite often have a picture of the host and a picture of the guest, and I find that to be competing imagery. And this reminds me of Tango. And in Tango, what the gentleman does is he just stands there and holds space so that the lady can look great. And I see that happening here. Michael's not showing off his face everywhere. He's really just letting his guests shine. And as a podcast host, I think that that's really well done. So that's the third thing that I like. The fourth thing that I like so much about this homepage is this little widget here on the side for SpeakPipe, so that just with a click and a click, I can send him a voice message. Like right now, I'm going to say, "Hey, Michael, I'm doing a homepage review of your website right now, and I really like this SpeakPipe widget." Boom. And so then I'll just go ahead and put in my name and my email, and that might even put me onto his email list. Wouldn't that be cool? So I like that a lot. So those are the 4 things that I like about this homepage. And now I'm going to tell you the 4 things that I would improve. The first thing I would do is I would redo these logos here. I like it that they have a grayscale on top, but I prefer if they were grayed out. You know, if they were just gray, black, and white without the yellow, because generally in web design, when we're promoting logos outside of this website, we do it in grayscale, so that way you don't get distracted by these. And it's got a this gray on top of it, but I don't think it quite hits it. I still find it kind of distracting. That's the first thing that I'd improve, is I'd redo these logos in grayscale. The second thing I'd improve is I would redo the color palette for the logo. This green has almost no contrast on the black, and I'm not seeing the blue triangle as adding anything here. I mean, if it was just a logo without this icon right here, I think that it would actually be a lot stronger, but I don't see the green anywhere else. This blue I see in the share bars, and there's a lot of red, but here we go. We've got green right here, but by the time I get here, I don't still see the logo. It's not hovering up here to hold space for that green. So that's the second thing I'd improve, is I'd revisit the color palette for the logo and for the whole website, including these sidebars. The third thing that I would do is I do a full sidebar revamp. Some of the links down here, like these Twitter links, they don't work. So there's some basic cleanup to happen. But I can hardly read the headings here. And I mean, not to miss books, I don't see that as a real strong call to action. Read Michael's books might be a little clearer. And this is the fourth thing that I would improve, is I'd rewrite the calls to action. I mean, here we've got a free report with a long title, and I'm kind of overwhelmed by what it is. I mean, download now is the clearest thing I see, but because it's overlapping with the bottom of the book itself, the button doesn't stick out. This would be a lot stronger if the call to action was, launch your podcast in 14 days. Just simple, clear. This is what your target market wants. And so if you just limit it to that, we know it's a free report because it's in this book. But if it's launch a podcast in 14 days, the people who want that, they're going to go straight for it. But as it is right now, I think it's a little confusing. So those are the 4 things that I like and the 4 things that I would improve about michaelneely.com. If you'd like your own homepage review, there's a link in the description below.